and welcome back to Flinter Galactic. Today we're back in the survival worlds. Yeah, this time back to basics, I guess. Back to the last time we did the hangar, and my miner's still just floating here. So, and I can't remember if we got that last episode or the episode before, but either way we got that, but that's going to come afterwards. So I suppose we're just building the interior. Oh god, what was I thinking here? I know I can use the gate. Chuck that in there, and that looks far better with the little viewport. Also just chucking a weapon rack just to make this thing look a bit better. Right. This is going to be slightly tricky because I can't actually get... Actually, why don't I just... Yeah. And then just slip this in here. Rather go a bit close to the floor. So I know... that I'm going to be covering over. Okay, let's just move this. I think I'm going to do a bit of a corner here. Because I don't need a massive open space. And then I'll hollow this out. Yep. And there's the SPRT Maydays. And now it's enough to get me started. Leave that there. Alright. Do that. Interior. Let's do this. Because these lights look really good as a floor. Flip it over and you get a nice, like, flat thing. Which is also useful. Move that. Grab this, put it there. And place it. Put this all up. Okay. Yeah, let's build up the ceiling. This time I'm going to use the interior wall, but on this side. There we go. Whoops. Place that wall. Oh, no. Whoops. God, I am really clumsy with the blocks today. God, it's so dark in it. I really need to get some lighting set up, like ASAP. There. Oh, I'm gonna need to... Actually, I can leave that like that, because this is gonna go something like that. Maybe actually use the... Oh no, because... Change that to that and put a... here is where I can use the interior wall effectively, because before it looked quite ugly how it was. They don't really look that great up against each other, and it also looks like quite cramped, so... Pack mule? How's a pack mule? Well, not a problem. I could put like a room here. But that might be a perfect place for a medical bay, because honestly, most of the time I'm actually not going to be going in this area, realistically. Like, I'm just doing this for the fun of it, really. Because, like, you don't want to... a lot of the time in, like, when I'm doing survival world, I used to just make, like, a platform and then just leave it at that. And it... Well, yeah, it functioned. It never looked good. Different blocks I could use. Material wall section. This? Is there one without... There's a pillar one, but is there one without the railing? Actually not, but that's fine. Also means I can put lights in here. No, actually. Beam blocks could work. Passageways. I might just go for the same thing as I did before. Actually, I could do that. Oh, that's fine. There. I think I'm going to use light panels. They are a bit more expensive, but they buy a lot more. There we go. Yeah, that's the problem with working with grated things. The light goes all weird. But lights, turn them up to like... This is doing settings around like 10 meters radius, 1 fall off and a 1 intensity. Creates like quite a nice bit of subtle lighting. Like, it's not in your face, but it does light up. It works better on like non-grated catwalk stuff. Like here, I'm fairly certain most of these lights are going to be on that setting. Yeah, radius 10 for... Oh, whoops. That was my Discord. I really need to start putting it on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, anyway. It doesn't quite work here because of all the grated stuff, but it works quite well on ships. Alright, let's do this bit of the corridor. Do my favourite door in the game, the offset door. I don't actually know how much I use this door. Like, I just always use the offset door because it's just arguably better. I don't know. I just never really liked using this. It's just like, you can tell that this door is far older in the game, considering like you can see a bunch of like detailing on this one, and it just looks better. But I mean, I'm not going to do it now, but this door can work. If you don't have any DLC, then yeah, it works well, but I'd always just use the other one. Put that there. And then... no, 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 no. And then put that there. There we go. Nice little hallway. I'm going to use... I'm not actually going to use the lights I'd used before. I think are these added. I've never seen them before. What I am going to use is corner lights. Because they look really good. Right. Okay, so I have 2 rooms so far, but I'm gonna need 3 realistically, because I'm gonna... But I think what I was gonna do was put a room here, take out this wall, put a door, and then put a 3rd room in there. I might actually put like a bedroom in here, because it's... no. Put a bedroom in here because it's a bit more of a cramped space. I need as much space for this room. So... I can actually do a half bed. What I'm going to do is grab the miner and clear some of this room out. And some of this rock. There. Okay. I always hate clearing out rock. It's always a nightmare. This time, I don't think I'm going to go overboard with the refineries and the assemblers. On the planet, I had 4 fully upgraded, but I think I'm going to take space a bit slower. I was rushing to get off Pertam, so I did everything a bit faster than I realistically would have wanted to. Like, I didn't spend time designing my own base. I just took one, effectively, just took one off the Steam Workshop and then just called it a day. Yeah, I did make some modifications, but I never took it slow. But I like being in space. It's like, it's a far better place to live than, honestly, just on a planet. So, I'm gonna take this a bit slower. Right, let's make a little room for myself. Gotta have text panel. Kitchen. Grab a couch just off the side here. Captain's desk. Did that work? Yeah, that works. And off the side here, shower. Oh, does this have a light? Yeah, this has a light because of the assert things. Here, I'm going to put a corridor, and then I'm actually going to put a door. Okay. And then just put the ceiling on. So I'm going to need some... Oh, what I'll do is just behind here, I will put a bookshelf. And here, I'll put some coffee. Oh, like a thing here. Yeah, that works. And then... here. As long as I put in a... I'm actually going to put in an inset light. One of the blocks I do want is like an inset light panel. That'll be really useful. Because the inset light is like one of my favourite blocks in the game, if I'm honest. Just because of how many use cases it has. But I find myself not really using light panels too often. I'm using them here, but I don't use them too often. But having an inset light panel would be quite nice. I do like all the inset blocks that they've added. I'm gonna leave that room to last. Like, all of the inset blocks I added. Like, I originally thought, like, if I just inset, like, most of these I never thought I'd use. Like, the light, yeah, I thought I'd use. And maybe some of the stuff like the bed, the new beds. But stuff like the kitchen, your bookshelf, the aquarium, the couch. It's going to clear off my hotbar. It's getting a bit cluttered. I never thought I'd use that stuff. I just always, because I'm mostly building smaller ships. Like, for the people that are building like massive dreadnoughts, or like where my cruisers are considered like corvettes to them, like on this sort of scale, like I'd consider this like a frigate, light frigate, heavy frigate, that sort of thing. But this is considered a corvette. That sort of scale, yeah, the inset blocks are really useful. But on my scale, not so useful. Because most of my ships are quite cramped. But I have found pretty good uses for them. Like, I have found there's a lot of use in them. Like, all of the newer blocks they've added, I thought are really useful. I don't know what was added in the Automatons DLC. Yeah, that was all. Oh god, this stuff. The inset light is Automatons? Jeez. While the actual update itself with like AI, if I'm gonna be honest, wasn't as useful as I'd hoped it would have been. I don't know if I'd call it a letdown, but it certainly wasn't what it was hyped up to be. Like, Keen were treating it as it was like game changing, like revolutionizing, but yeah, like it's useful, having AI blocks are useful, but I don't really touch them. Like, it was never one of my favourite updates. That on a whole, there's quite a few good updates. Frostbite I always thought was quite good. Mostly because of all the blocks, like the Frostbite was, in my opinion, the first update that really, like, chose the modern game style. Like, yeah, sure, Wasteland. I can't remember what was first, Wasteland or Frostbite. But most of the stuff is like the wheels, and then the shelves. Oh my god, the shelves. And the viewports. But I always thought Frostbite, if you just take a look at, I know I'm constantly flipping out doing game and stuff, but if you look at Frostbite, it doesn't add too much, but these three blocks, the antenna dish, the gate, the offset door, I use this all the time. Gate not so much, but the antenna dish was also really useful. But the main thing is it added the scenario, the Frostbite scenario, which I still need to complete. Maybe I should do like a playthrough of it on the channel. But it, like, defined, that's the word, defined the modern, like, SE style. Yeah, I've never beat Frostbite, and the main problem with it is that it is a bit of a misunderstanding thing that you can't actually do the scenario, like start a scenario on SE, go into another world and then go back to it. Like, you try it and it just doesn't allow you. And that's why I've never really completed any of the scenarios. In fact, I think the only one I've done is, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. Never Surrender. Nope, that's the drone one. Basically the tutorial campaign, because that's only like an hour long. But it meant that if I wanted to do Frostbite, I'd basically have to complete it in one sitting, or at least not do anything else in SE. Right. I'm going to put the medical room here, purely because it's closest to the conveyoring. I would do actually, I could do a corner, but I'll do that. the corner medical bay also spell that wrong. Incredibly useful. Like, I don't know when was this added in? Is it Signal? No. Signal was quite good. Decorative Pack 3. Yeah, Decorative Pack 3. Oh. I love basically every single block in this thing. The Insect Cryo Room, Hollow LCD, all the scaffolding. I mean, it's alright. But stuff like the barrels, yeah. Cab cockpit, use that all the time. The Insect blocks. The only two blocks is the scaffolding block I don't use too often, and this twin blade wind turbine. I just like, it's massive. That's the problem. It's like a 5x5. Yeah, it's a 5x5x5. So you have to put them really far apart. When regular wind turbine, it looks fine. Honestly, the regular wind turbine is one of the blocks that stacks up really well against modern SE style. But, yeah. How am I going to connect up this comparing? Because I know what I'm going to do for here. There's going to be like a central conveyor line on the interior plate, the interior walls. So, I can basically just dig a line here. And it should connect up nicely. Now, how far do I need to dig down? I need to dig down 3 blocks. So 1, 2. So I need to dig down a third. I'm actually just going to I'm not going to build it, but I'm going to establish a central conveyor line for the hangar. Oh, actually, I'm only going to dig down 1, because what we'll do is there's effectively going to be 2 main conveyor lines. Is this the one? Yeah. Yeah, 2 main conveyor lines. There'll be the hangar one, and the the main one. Yeah, there we go. Let's get out of the place. Just move this. Yeah, this will be. Oh my god, that actually lines up perfectly. Holy cow. Because this is a direct line to... Okay, not quite a direct line, I was a bit off. But I'll conveyor it so it goes under here. But that's really useful, because it means I can just put like a cargo container here, or a conveyor junction here. And it will just fit perfectly. Oh, I can't wait to get medical bay up. There we go. That's the one thing. You're constantly running out of power in space. But the thing that's nice, I've got a single hydrogen and oxygen bottle, and it's lasting me forever, because I'm not in gravity, and it means that I can just, like, float. Turn dampeners off and just float. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. Place that back. Medical bay. I always like to put like a column here. I need to turn that back on. Lockers. Oh, one of my other favourite blocks. The medical station. Oh, I love the medical station. Actually, what I'll do is here, I'll put a cryo. I'll do an insect cryopod, because I can just connect up to the back here. But, oh, come on. There you are. But yeah, the medical station, oh my god, I love it. It's one of my favourite blocks. I think I have Decorative Pack 2. Also quite a strong DLC. Window walls. Oh my, yeah, catwalks. It's probably one of my favourite. Use freight all the time, catwalks, railings, medical station, the transparent LCD not so much, and the... Oh. Huh, I've just discovered two things. One, what if I grab like a spotlight? Huh, yeah, I've just discovered two things. Number one, you can actually have like spotlights and stuff, any light blocks you can see is actually lighting up the room even though it's not placed. And two, I didn't know the dispenser existed. I need to remember that. God, I've always been using the vending machine, which I mean works, but like whenever I'm making like large scale, like I call it galleys or cafeteria areas, basically a mess hall, I always use the vending machine if I want like a dispensary-ish block. I didn't realise the dispenser even existed. God. Ha! Well, yeah, that's okay. Don't really need anything else in here, really. I've got a medical station, LCD. I'll put a desk. Like, this wouldn't, like, I build in two different ways for survival. Like, I have my creative, what's on fire? Oh, it's that. I have my creative builds, and then I have my survival builds. My survival builds, yeah, they generally have some form of interior like this, but if I was building this as an actual thing, this had far, like, there wouldn't just be a single large room. Like, this would be like 10 beds on either side. Alright, the final room that I'm going to build, I think, it'll be basically the survival area. This will have, I might go 2 refineries actually. This is going to be quite a big room actually. I'm going to grab the miner. I'm going to replace these windows. God, this is going to be a pain to weld up. Place them. How am I doing for in my inventory? You need to grab some steel plates. That's fine. Yeah. I build in 2 different styles. Well, 3 different styles actually. I have solo survival, PV, like server survival, PvP survival, and then creative. PvP survival, literally built for functionality. I may have like 1 or 2 like interior rooms, but not much. I build it to fight. I then have solo survival, which has small interiors. It's not like amazing interiors. They're quite small. But they have an interior. And then I have like creative, which is all of the ships I use on like my cinematics. Which watch out, because coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. Yeah, I have like those ships, full interiors. They're survival functional but not optimized. I might actually put a, say, regular conveyor here. Okay, yeah, I need to get a bit more done. Yeah, that works. Put a catwalk here. Yeah, I'll do 2. I know I said I was gonna do 1 refinery on assembler, but I'm gonna do 2 refineries to assemblers. Still, it balances speed and production, like speed and like efficiency and all that quite well. It's like I'm not gonna be printing massive battleships every 3 minutes, but I'm not gonna be like waiting 30 minutes for like like some steel plates to be produced or some ore to be refined. It's a nice balance. Alright, so in here... Oh god. Did I? No. So, there's a few things I need in here. There's going to be... Eventually I am going to expand this, because I'm probably going to need to expand the hangar. But... So I'll make a proper battery room eventually, but... Right. But for now, I'm just going to put batteries here, and then here I can put, like, some form of block. That sounds stupid when I say it out loud. There. And then I might also put, like, armor panels. There and there. I think that'd work. It's kind of hard to, like, especially for, like, batteries, it's kind of hard to look at them. Like, well, not battery specifically, but any functional block, it's hard to see greebling, like, properly done until it's welded up. That's why a lot of the time people build in creative and then just print it out in survival. Usually that's what I do as well, but this time I'm doing different. Right, and off the side here, we're going to do 2 assemblers. That. Actually, yeah, that works, because instead of having a railing here, I'll drill this out. Put some, I'll worry about that in a sec, but eventually I'll, like, surround this in some blocks, and I'll have a railing there. I really wish there was, like, a flipped version of the industrial assembler. It's the same with the refinery. It's so annoying doing, like, mirrored refineries. Those are the only 2 blocks, really, that I want a flipped version of. Like, beds, planters, kitchens, everything else is fine. You don't need one for the hydrogen engine, because that can easily be flipped. Medical bay, usually I can always make work. But it's just the refineries and assemblers, not even, like, just regular assemblers. But I need a flip version of the industrial assembler. Please, Keen. Just give me, like, an option to press, like, M, and then it will flip. It would be so useful. You have no idea. Oh, another block, even if it's a DLC block. Something like the grated stairs, but sort of more in the style of regular stairs. Because I never, ever use regular stairs. I can't remember the last time I actually used them. Purely because they're too long. Like, most of the time I'm building quite compact ships. I can't afford to fit a massive stairwell. Like, sure, maybe on a battleship, that, like, on a battleship it's useful, or what I consider a battleship. Some people may consider it a cruiser, or even, like, a destroyer. But on some, like, I half the time I can't even fit a regular stairway, whatever it's called. I'm never gonna fit in a, like, massive stairway of, like, 2 blocks long. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to put some functional blocks, unfortunately, because I don't really have space. Actually, what I'll do here, change this to a T-junction and put a reactor. Small reactor. I always underestimated how much power just a small reactor generated, if I'm honest. Whoops, that's going to be annoying. Oh, actually, no, not too annoying. Yeah, I always... Oh, it is going to be annoying. That. There. So there should be... Just gonna grab a control panel at the front. Should be 2 refineries, 2 assemblers. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can't remember what I was saying before that. Something about functional blocks. Yeah, stairways. I most of the time struggle to fit in a single grid space stairway. A single block stairway, that's it. I can never afford to do a 2-block stairway. Half the time I'm resorting to ladders, or what's it called? That like half step these. So yeah, what's a contact that was it? I'm just thinking, I really need to use some of these blocks. Problem is, I've never been a small grid builder, so I've used the bed in a couple builds, bunk, sorry, and like I think I've used the sink, like the kitchen set, like once or twice, but I haven't really touched most of these blocks. Bridge windows, yeah, done. A parabolic antenna, so useful. And the modular cargo container, quite useful. Used it sparingly. And the new Gatling guns, yeah, I mean, they're all right, I guess. On small grid, I think they're far better. And the rocket turret. But I just don't often find myself using them. This was built pre-contact, but still, I just don't find myself using them. I've used them occasionally. Some of my ships and factions use them, but yeah. I'm gonna go for power efficiency once. I'm gonna have to take out a railing, and that's annoying. There. And then here, I'll just put like a regular block there. Yeah. Right, I think that's this room mostly done. What I'm gonna do some trickery here. I'm seeing, well, or I'm taking like principle of something I saw on a YouTube video. I can't remember which one it was. Like this bit of it, but I'm applying it slightly differently. Stop. Right, I can't place anything. So whatever I build has to be. And then put a beam block. It didn't quite work as I'd hoped because this bit's sticking out, but that's fine. I'll live. There, it looks a bit just like a separate hanging wall. Not quite, but a bit. There we go. Alright, I think this room's basically done. Right, let's just look outside. What have I what's it got? Right, refinery assembler. Cargo I've got here. Survival kit, got that. What medical room? O2 gen reactor. Okay, yeah, I'm set for a basic base. I need to go and recharge my energy. Do it in here because I'm going to the cryo room. Oh, I want to get that captain's log on a separate LCD. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I think it mentioned something about a research station. I can't remember. I think I saw it in like episode 4. Discovered that. broken down ship. Because I just jumped to Triton and I found the stabilizer thing. Artemis, yeah, destroying stabilizer. Firefly, research station, research station. Yeah. Catalog, Stardust. Do I still have that? Yeah, I do. Jump stabilizer. Where is it? Bro, why did I go from it? Come on, I got. Let me put it on. I did. Jump S and stabilizer is what I call it. What the hell is it? There. 113 kilometers. I'm gonna need to repair that at some point, because otherwise I'm stuck in this system, and I don't really want to be stuck in this system. It's a nice system and all, but I need to get back. But that's a thing for a later thing, and I think that's gonna have to be a thing for a later video, because I'm gonna end it here. I basically finished the outline of the base. I gotta get the conveyoring sorted, but that's not gonna take long, I don't think, because I got the interior wall outline and conveyor line underneath. And I don't actually need to conveyor anything in here, and so it's just this room, which I've already been able to mostly conveyor on my own. I am just gonna quickly chuck in the conveyor block under here. Not T-junction, C. C-junction there. Yeah. So I think basically this entire room's actually conveyed as it is, because the O2 generator, I'm fairly certain, is connected to the bottom of the reactor. I'm not sure of that. So I can basically just thread a conveyor line, maybe from even under the O2 gen. Thread it underneath and connect it up to a central line. But yeah, that's all for next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, watch out soon, because something is coming, and you'll only know if you watched. Well, I don't know how far it was into the video, but it wasn't at the start. So yeah, I see you in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and stay safe out there, engineers, and happy hunting.